Right, so I came out here yesterday on the moors with every intention of filming a completely different video. Honestly, I had it all planned in my head. I had my notes, had my little points I wanted to make, the whole lot. But the truth is, my head's been buzzing. Work things piling up, endless jobs waiting for me at home, even mundane things like meals I was going to cook for the family this week. And as I started walking, instead of soaking up all this incredible beauty, I found myself getting cross with myself for not seeing it properly. You know that feeling when you're somewhere absolutely breathtaking and your brain just won't shut up? Well, you're looking at these views, but at the same time you're thinking about, I don't know, an email you forgot to send or some world problem that is completely outside of your control. And you feel guilty for not appreciating what's right in front of you. That was me yesterday, stomping along these paths. But then something happened, something that completely changed my day. It wasn't planned and it certainly wasn't what I came here to talk about. But because of it, everything completely shifted. And if you love the Brontes as much as I do, I think you're going to understand why I had to change course and share this with you instead. So I'm back on the moors today in a much better frame of mind. But yesterday, oh my goodness, it was such a waste of time. I'd found this nice little rock and I was sat down and I was having a chat to you all and I had my notes ready, and yeah, I reached this point where I just could not concentrate on the topic I intended to record. My mind felt like a computer, you know, when you have far too many tabs open and it's all too much. Sometimes, even when you're surrounded by people you love, being around others just gets far too much. You crave silence, but even when you find it, like out here, your thoughts follow you and it's just too much silence in a way. So there I was on the Brontë Moors, a place that usually feels like a deep breath for my soul, and I wasn't present at all. The heather, the sky, the wind, all of it was happening without me actually really taking it in. And the frustration built. I was like, why can't you just be in the moment, Kate? Why can't you just enjoy this? And why do you put so much pressure on ourselves to be relaxed? I know I do it sometimes, and I'm sure I'm not alone. It's just exhausting when your negative thoughts take over and think it's going to become the boss for the day. That was yesterday. Hello again. Yes, you might be wondering, where are the moors? Good question. Well, there I was up there filming, having a lovely time, walking, taking it all in as I should have done the day before. And then the camera decided to die. I couldn't record, I couldn't photograph, it wouldn't do anything. And I don't know what was wrong with it, and I was getting frustrated with it. So I put the camera away and I carried on walking. I came back to Haworth, absolutely starving hungry, so decided to have a giant portion of fish and chips, which were gorgeous, but I'm now feeling extremely full up. So I've come back to the cottage for a cup of tea. I don't know what I've done with it, and have a chat, and I could tell you the rest of my story. I knew I needed to break the cycle just for a bit, and music usually helped cut through that noise in my head. But of course, there was no signal, was there? Of course, there was no signal where I was. So I couldn't just stream anything. So I scrolled through what I'd already downloaded and remembered something that I'd saved a few weeks ago but hadn't properly listened to yet. And I pressed play, I held my breath, and within seconds, everything shifted. The first words came through my headphones, and suddenly I wasn't thinking about the family or shopping or something I forgot to do yesterday. The wind, the sky, the path in front of me suddenly felt really sharp and clear. And it was the words of the Brontes. It was their poetry of Charlotte, Emily and Anne. And it was set to this beautiful, gorgeous, atmospheric music. And hearing their poetry like that, while I was standing there where they walked and dreamed, it was overwhelming. It kind of felt personal, like they'd reached across time to tap me on the shoulder, like being handed a hot brew and a snuggly blanket while the sisters actually read to me personally. Oh, I still get shivers thinking about it now. So I can almost hear you saying, what were you listening to, Kate? Come on, tell us. Well, it was a concept album by Guiem Soldevila, a musician, singer and songwriter from Menorca. He's created this album simply called Bronte. It's setting 13 poems by the sisters to music, and he kindly emailed me the music to listen to. Now, I should be really, really clear about this. I have not been paid or sponsored or anything else to talk about this, because I do get sent lots of things all the time, information about plays at theatres, products people think I should share, even sponsorship offers, but I only ever share what I think you'd truly care about. There's no point telling you about, I don't know, an advert for Mrs. Bristleton's Kitchen Spoon Company. I made that up, by the way. I don't know if there is such a place called that, because that's got nothing to do with the Brontes, has it really? Books, absolutely. Tea, definitely. But something like this that honours the sisters and offers a new way to experience their world, well, that was worth talking about. And also listening to it properly for the first time out there in Bronte country, it made it even more special. Guiem describes Bronte as a deeply immersive, meaningful, creative journey, a way to pay homage to 3 remarkable, courageous women who changed literature forever. On his website, he talks about how the sisters revolutionised narrative in 19th century England, redefined the boundaries of what women were actually allowed to express. And he wanted to bring that spirit into a new medium, creating a musical experience that feels timeless and, yeah, very intimate. Listening up there, I could almost sense Charlotte's quiet strength, Emily's wild passion, and Anne's gentle resilience. It was kind of woven into the very air around me. It was as though the landscape, the poetry, and the music kind of fused into one moment. I found myself stopping on the path, just standing still, letting the wind and the words just wash over me. All the noise in my head, the worries, the lists, the world's troubles, it just melted away. And at one point, I actually felt like crying. And now I just have to share this with you. You really do need to experience it, not just sit here listening to me yabbiting on about it. So come and walk these paths with me and listen to the words and the music as if you were here standing beside me on the moors. The first poem I want to share is by Emily called Come Walk With Me. There's something about the stillness in the words, the way she captures the quiet of the world around her that kind of feels so perfectly at home up there on the moors.
Come walk with me, there's only thee to bless my spirit now. We used to love on winter nights, to wander through the snow. Can we not way back old delights? The clouds rush dark and wild, they fleck with shade our mountain heights, the same as long ago. And on the horizon rest at last in Guiem masses piled, while moonlands flash and fly so fast we scarce can say the smile. the sunshine still stood. He took them one by one and we are left the only two. So close would my feelings cry, because they have no stay but thine. They call me now, it may not be. Is human love so true? Can friendship's flower drop on for years and then revive anew? Now doth the soil be wet with tears? How fair saw where it grew. The vital sap once perished will never flow again. And surer than that dreading dread, the narrow dungeon of the dead. Time parts the hearts of men. Time parts the hearts of men. Come walk with me. Come walk with me. We were not once so few, but death has stolen our company. The sunshine still stood due. Come walk with me. Come walk with me. We were not once so few, but death has stolen our company. As sunshine still the dew. Come walk with me. Come walk with me. Come walk with me. With me.
I'm going to share fragments from other works, such as Four Leaves Fall by Emily and Speak of the North by Charlotte Bronte. These are some of my favourite pieces. The way Emily's voice moves between longing and wilderness is exactly what the moors feel like in autumn, or any blustery day really, because the music is woven through and the poems come alive, and no, you've just got to see it for yourself. I hope as you listen, you will feel even a fraction of what I felt standing there yesterday, letting the wind, the sky and the sisters' voices just surround me.
Fall, leaves fall, die flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, flowering from the autumn tree. Profoundly still, the twilight air, lifeless the landscape so dim, till like a fountain gliding near, stipends down to dream
It struck me how powerful art can be when you meet it at the right time. These poems were written nearly 200 years ago beside the very same moors that I stood on, but by three women who faced their own storms of worry, doubt and grief. Guiem has carried their words across continents and centuries, adding his own heart to theirs. And somehow, in that moment, that connection reached me. It reminded me to stop, to breathe, and just to listen. It made me realise that the Brontes don't just belong in the past or to the past. The words still speak, they still comfort, and they still challenge. And that's why I love sharing their world with you, because even on a day like yesterday and a bit today, when my head was full and I felt far away from everything, the Brontes brought me back. They grounded me and they reminded me to open my eyes. Yesterday, and a bit of today as well, really proved something to me. Just because you're having a bad moment doesn't mean you're going to have a bad day. We're the bosses of ourselves and we can choose the direction our mood takes us. I changed just one thing yesterday, what I could hear, and by the time I got back into Haworth, I was walking on air full of excitement again. The Brontes world always does that to me, and yesterday I discovered that music can do that too. These sisters, they play such a big part in my life, as you can imagine, and yesterday I felt like that they were actually helping me get back on track. So even on a morning when my brain was full, the Moors, their world, and Guiem's music reminded me why I love to do what I do and why I get so excited about sharing it all with you. The spooky thing is, it was only when I came down off the moors yesterday that I went through all the information that he'd sent me at the time and realised, based on when I'm planning to put this video out, that it's going out on exactly the same day, Friday the 24th of, as he is releasing the album Bronte. And it's just all a coincidence. So it makes me wonder if the universe was telling me that's what I should do that day up in the moors. Forget the other thing you were going to do. Concentrate on that. And it's really spooky that it all just worked out that way, that I was up there and I was having troubles, so I listened to music and I had my headphones with me as well. I don't know why I took my headphones with me. I don't normally when I film, so that was weird. So have a look, check him out, and also he does tours around different countries, so see if he's coming to your way and have a look at his other music as well. He's a very, very talented man. He's very kind as well. He's very nice in his emails. And I will apologise if I've got his name wrong at any point. We all know how great I am at the spoken language, but he, I'm sure, will understand. So normally I plan my questions well in advance so that I don't make an idiot of myself trying to think of them, but I haven't done that. So I had a quick think a minute ago and I've come up with three. Let's see how they go. Number one, what music helps you get out of the fog? Are you a drum and bass person or a rock person, or you just like acoustics? I don't know. You let me know. Number two, which of the sisters' poems speaks to you the most? We all have a favourite, don't we? And number three, did you feel it too? When you listened to the poems and the music while I was walking and took you with me, did you feel what I felt? If you would like to find out more about Guiem's music, I will put a QR code to his website somewhere up here, also in the description, because, you know, some of us are old-fashioned like me. And have a look at all the information he has there. Obviously, he's selling it on CD, downloads, all the usual options. Go and have a look. Thank you again for walking and watching with me today. I did feel like you were all with me when I was up there, so thank you. If you like this video, please do the whole likey, subscribey, hypey thing, because it really does help me out and it lets YouTube know that we want to watch more Bronte content. Have a good weekend and take care of yourself, and I will see you back to the normal Friday after next for more Bronte adventures. Take care, see you soon. Bye.